Good evening everyone and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. I am your host with the most mouth. Today, it would have been a glorious race at Suzuka, that Furuoka track at Japanese Grand Prix, but unfortunately it's absolutely tipping it down during the qualifying. Everyone's begging to say, please, no, rain, whatever happens here tonight. And unfortunately for the guys here tonight, this is what they requested. Well, they did not want to request this at all, unfortunately. So, this is quite interesting stuff. I'm just going to find out if there's going to be any weather crew situations here tonight. But regarding this, there is some updates for you. Unfortunately, I wasn't here last week, so I do apologise to the guys for the F3 due to personal reasons, obviously. Hopefully, we would like to see some. Apparently I missed one of the bestest races at the French Grand Prix, and with the update I had last week, I believe Saab won the race last week in the French Grand Prix. Then it was Mike, and then it was Ferocious who got into the top 3 last week. But it's anyone's game here tonight. Any situation here. Last night at the Performance League, it was an absolute belter. Saab was the one to watch. Even though he was in the Ferrari car last night, he had a little bit of a mistake during one of the corners there, and he dropped right down. However, he shot himself right back into the podium stuff. Unfortunately, because of the penalties that he had, he dropped himself out of the podium stuff and dropped down to 5th. So I will not be surprised if Saab can do a second win this season. Could he get a second win on the bounce? That's the one to watch out for, because you got Ferocious Dan, who's really trying to do everything he can to try and get everything possible. Got a yellow flag set to 1. And I think Prix, but not like Gixie, is the first driver of the qualifying lap of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League at the Japanese Grand Prix. So here we go. What can you see? What you can get? Here we go. We've got the long straight here. So Prix is going down a long straight. It used to be the DRS straight here, but now it's stopped because of the rain stuff. Through to the first corner. Now then the second corner, which is the first curve now. Now this will shot on the qualifying times because I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen, but I'll try my best. Turn 3 at the S curves now. Always call it the centre S's curves here. Quite a few drivers are already out here for the wet stuff anyway. And coming up to up the corner, which is the Dunlop curve here, trying to be absolutely delicate, not to go wide there. And Briggs is doing a brilliant job to try to hold on here, and he does time of a 14.4. He's still yellow flag set to 1. So something must happen there while we're watching Briggs' time here. So he's going a little bit at the back end gone there. We're coming up to, which is the turn 10, and then coming to turn 11, which is the hairpin, and he tries to brake. Oh, they've got to be careful with the turns here, because they're going to have to try and brake a little bit earlier than they normally would do in the dry times. But like I said, it's an absolute shocking of a rain here. Heavy rain at Suzuka, that Furuoka track. But hopefully that doesn't invalidate his lap. But he's still going, and he's doing like a great drift there from Brixie there, but not that Gixie. And he's done a brilliant stuff there. And he's going up to the long. Oh, his ERS is not working again. 128.9. Oh, Ferocious Dan's just let. Oh my God, Ferocious Dan just went past Brixie. He would have had a good slipstream there. He set the yellow flag on sector 3. Unfortunately, I believe that might be from Ferocious Dan trying to get past Brixie. And the time to beat is a 148.7. Synchronously, he's done a 145, so he's the fastest lap of the time there. Snoop Dogg Marquis done a 149 flat. Yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2. What can Mike do? Oh, brilliant stuff from Mike. A tenth from Mike there. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Can I remind you all, there's a few drivers. I believe there's one new driver and a few old drivers dropped down from F2 to F3 this season. One of them is Craig, who's dropped down from F2 to F3. I've spoken to him earlier on in the week, and he's saying I'm going full on no assists during the F3 side stuff. But be great if he can try and capitalise on that. He's done 151.5, so, but that will be invalidated time there now. So, Nice Niels. Nice Niels is one of the newcomers. He's in third at the minute with a 145.6. That's cracking time. Saab's done a 146.1. 6/10 off Mike's time. Of the pole time here, whatever happens here. Just still watching Craig. Actually, I'm just trying to see who's near the finishing line here, whatever happens here. But like I said, and also Sir Spud, who's joined back from F2 to F3. I'm not sure what's happened with Colin J as well, because he was meant to be dropped down as well. But hopefully he'll bounce back as quickly as possible. But like I said, with Sir Spud joining back into the F2, in the F3 league. Sorry, the former champion of 2 years, two seasons ago. He's doing he was doing all right. Mike's done an even quicker time, a 144.7. Now that's a brilliant time there for Mike. So that's a belter, 9/10 quicker than Synchronously. So Mike will be the one to watch. I like to see what Frosted can do on his time. So far, Mike, Synchronously, Nice Neil, Saab, F1 Richard, Nitrogas, Snoop Dogg Marky, Brixie are the only ones who've done a lapping so far in this the F3 league for the Suzuka, that Veruca track at the terrible rain conditions here for the drivers. I would not be loving this, whatever happens here tonight. Just trying to see if there's any other action going on. I'm just watching Hixie, but not Trixie. In 15th at the minute. Someone's just moved up. F1 Richard. No, Saab and Nitrogas have moved up to 4th and 5th respectively. So Saab moves up to 4th. Nitrogas in 5th place. So see what Hixie can do. He might get a 48.9. So he'll need to try and do everything possible. The championship leader, Luke Bailey, is with 3 points ahead of Frosted in the Drivers' Championship battle. He's in 10th at the minute with a 1:50. So 6 seconds off Mike's time. So Luke Bailey will need something here. I'm guessing he's not a big fan of the wet races, whatever happens here. What can Brennans do? So Brennans has been on top form as well. This is the driver who had a great start a few seasons ago, but then ever since he went on to no assists slowly, like one by one, like no assists, he dropped down the pecking order. I'm not saying that this will be the knock-on effect here, but I'm hoping Brennans will try and, get on and try and challenge for the Drivers' Championship this season. Be interesting stuff. And 1:45, that's a cracking time from Brennans to in second place. Someone's just coming out of the pits right now. Nitrogas is... I've not heard any more from the weather crew. Hixie's just gone wide there. I think it's just letting some of the drivers through. Luke Bailey coming up to the final few corners now, and he might do a 44. Oh, brilliant stuff! Absolutely brilliant! A 1:44.5. I was worried about Luke Bailey's time here. The driver who dropped down from F2 into the F3 league, he's on cracking form at the minute. And I'll tell you what, his last win was in Monaco. Obviously, he had a shocker last week at the French Grand Prix. But I'll tell you what, if he can try and capitalise on it. Oh! Brilliant stuff from Frosted. 1:43.8. Absolutely belters. He really loves the rain at Suzuka da Veruca. Suzuka da Veruca. Buzzing. Absolutely. The Brummy. Frosted. Absolutely insane stuff here. Madness stuff here from Frosted. Brilliant stuff. He really is on fire. He really wants to try and beat Luke Bailey here for this race. But bear in mind, this is race 4 After this, we've got 2 races left before we have a week break, unless one of the races does get cancelled, and we might have to race it during the week break. But I tell you what, this has been an absolute belter of a lap there. 7/10 quicker than Luke Bailey's time, 9/10 quicker than Mike's time. But yeah, Synchronised is doing 1:45.6, but he might have to go back in. He might have to do another lapping. Oh no, he's doing his proper lapping, sorry, I do apologise. Nigel Gash. Nigel Gash is full on trying to do his lapping here. He might do well here. Oh, I'll tell you what, he would have got into the 44s, and he does with 1:44.9. My heart was in my mouth there because I thought he might just nicked it there. Biddy Ray Clyde's done a 1:46.2. Prix did a 1:46.5. Craig, O'Stevens, Sir Spud and Tej are all not done a lap yet. Now I still don't know what is going on with the weather crew. The suspense is absolutely killing me here. The suspense is absolutely killing me. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a belter because you got 1, 2. Yeah, you got 2 former champions of Craig and Sir Spud in the F3 League. I'm sure Craig won the F3. Yeah, I think he has. I do apologise if I get it wrong. 2 former champions, Craig, Sir Spud, in the F3 League, returning back from F2. I think Sir Spud was struggling, I believe. Tej needs to do something here because I really, really do hope Tej gets out. Bear in mind, Tej did not start last week, but bear in mind he did get 9th and 7th. Yes, 9th and 7th respective. 9th in Austria and 7th in Monaco. But like I said, I really do hope by the time we get the second season coming in, I reckon it'll be one to watch out for as the timings go by here. But I'm going to watch Nice Niels here, newcomer of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. He was on fire with the top 3, but now he's going to try and think, what do I need to do to try and get past some of the guys here? He's 2 seconds slower, he's not doing a proper lap in there, but be interested to see it. Nigel Gash he's moved up to 4th, so the 2 Haas drivers in the top 5 in this qualifying session. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, the qualifying. This is an absolute belter. Nigel Gash. I'm not gonna. I do hope he gets into the podium. I really do hope, because every time I keep saying it, something drastic happens. But I really don't hope. I really don't want to see like any issues there, because I really do hope Nigel Gash gets into the top 3 tonight, like either tonight or some point this season, because he's, like I said, he's had rotten luck throughout the last few seasons at the F3 League and also from the Performance League. Yeah, there's like 1 or 2 good performances, but you respect the drivers, and I respect Nigel Gash to do well. Oh, he's just slid at the last bit there, so he will have to go back into there. Craig, oh, that is quick from Craig there. So Craig returns back into the F3 and he moves up to 2nd place. Splits Mike and Ferocious Dan. Oh, Mike did a quicker time. Yeah, Mike did a quicker time. A 1:44. I know. Yes. Yeah, Mike's done a quicker time than Luke Bailey, because Mike did have a 44.7, if I remembered it right. So, Ferocious Dan holding on in 1st with a 1:43.8. Craig's in 2nd, Mike is in 3rd, Luke Bailey is in 4th, Nigel Gash is in 5th, Briggs Siebert is in 6th, so that's a good move there. Brennans is in 7th, Synchronised is in 8th. Nice Niels, the newcomer, in 9th, Saab is in 10th, F1 Richards in 11th, Billy Ray Clyde is in 12th, Snoop Dogg Market is in 13th, Hicksy Trixie is in 14th, O'Steven is in 15th place. and Spud and Tej are the only ones who have not done a lap in so far. But what can Tej do? Tej moves up to 14th with 148.4. So that, like I said, if he wants to try and get to at least the top 10, he needs to get 3 seconds out of somewhere here. So far at the moment here, Frosted is on pole position on this wet. I hope they don't sing wet on here. I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes. Oh, that is crap singing. I hope that was funny on that one. But like I said, in the wet song, it's wet on here. But I reckon it's going to be a dry race, I think, because no one's saying anything to me. Mike's gone even quicker than his time with a 143.9, a 10th quicker, a 10th behind Ferocious Dan. 1 minute 50 left. 1 minute 50 left. So Spud's the only one who's not done a lapping yet. Oh, Stephen's done 1 minute 49 so far. Can we see some more action going on here tonight? Can we see a lastminute.com situation? Could be not. But I'll tell you what, Ferocious Dan is on fire at the minute. I'm waiting for Luke Bailey to try and bounce back here, whatever happens here tonight. So just trying to do the usual on there. But what can Tedrod do? Can he try and improve? He might go for it then. It's got 1 minute left. 1 minute left of the qualifying. Ferocious Dan will not be improving his time. He will not improve his time. But can Tej try to improve his time? He won't improve. But who's that behind him? It's one of the Mercs. Was that Mike? Yes, that's Mike. Just behind Tej. But you have to try and get out of the way quickly. He might not do his lap in here. But I tell you what, this is final countdown. Time is up. They've stopped the fans of the Crystal Maze, but I tell you what, they have stopped the qualifying at the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Can we see some lastminute.com moves here? Ferocious Dan holding on in first place at the minute here. Mike is in second. Reynolds moves up to third there with a 144.2. That's a cracking time. Oh, Nigel Gash will not improve his time, but can. Saab's going back into the pits. Nigel Gash will go back to the pits. F1 Richard, can he try and improve? I don't think he'll improve his time. Can Luke Bailey do everything 6/10 quicker? He's six tenths quicker on the first sector time, I believe. Can he try and spoil Ferocious Dan's party here of pole position here? Could it be? Could it be not? Here we go. Can we see Luke Bailey try and get into pole position here? Mike's gone back into the pits. What time can he do? He's 3 tenths quicker. Oh my days, can Luke Bailey try and steal pole position? He's on the grass there. Will that compromise his lap? Yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 3. Luke Bailey, I don't know if Brennan's is doing another lap in. Oh, Luke Bailey's teasing us. He's absolutely teasing us. Brennan's will not improve his time. Can Nice Niels second quicker. He's doing everything possible here. Can he try and get to the 44s? He moves on to 5th on his debut race. Debut qualifying. Brilliant stuff from him. So Mike has retired from the session. Nice Niels on his debut race. Not return, sorry. I can't say. Nice Niels has done a nice position there for 5th place to get there. So brilliant drive from him there. Can Tedrow? Tedrow's got no fuel left, so he will cross over the line now. He will finish in 15th place. So Spud's the only one who's not done a lap in so far. So Reynolds is the only one who's still in the pits, so he'll have to retire to carry on with the session. We'll wait till the countdown counts on that one. But I tell you what a lap there from Prustan. I thought Luke Bailey was going to steal or spoil the party there, but I don't know if because he looked like he went on the grass or like the gravel there. But interesting stuff there. Here are your short qualifying for the Japanese Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. You got Ferocious Dan in first, Mike in second, Reynolds is in third, Craig is in fourth, Nice Niels is in fifth, F1 Richard is in sixth, Luke Bailey is in seventh, the Drivers' Championship leader, Nigel Gash is in eighth, Saab is in ninth, Briggsy but not Akisi is in 10th, Synchronicity is in 11th, Hicksy but not Trixie is in 12th, Biddy Clyde 13th, Snoop Dogg Marky in 14th, Tedrow 15th, O'Stephen in 16th, and Sir Spud in 17th, and he's the only one who's not done a lap whatsoever in this qualifying. Oh yes. Right, here we go. Looks like it's going to be a cloudy start. I don't know if there's going to be any rain, but again, I've not heard any more news, so this is quite intense stuff here. So like the rising sun at the Japanese Grand Prix. Konnichiwa. Not Shishikaka, but Konnichiwa at the Japanese Grand Prix. But look, like I say, it's not raining, so thank God it's going to be okay for some of the drivers here. Nice Niels has started the session, so he will, I'm not sure he does know about the part of the rules, so he will have to have a warning about the start again, well, at the start, to not press start. So now we've got 10 seconds left for all the drivers to get themselves prepped up, so they will have to do their setting during the race itself. But here we go. It's quite interesting to see what strategies the guys are going to do here. So we've got the formation lap here now. So last night we had, unfortunately, we had like a few restarts here because of one disconnection, and then a few issues outside of it as well. But looks like to me we've not lost any driver yet, so that will be, that's at the moment, that's okay. So at the moment we've got quite a few interesting stuff here from some of the drivers here tonight. So Ferocious Dan, Brennans, Craig, Nice Niels, F1 Richard, Nitrogash, Synchronously, Hicksy, Snoop, they've all gone for the soft tyres. So this will be a one stop strategy. You can do soft mediums as long as they're fresh. You could do them, or you could do medium softs. That's fine. Or you could do medium hards. I would try to avoid the hards as much as possible, but I would look. For me, I would start on the mediums. That way, you can try. If you can get a good start from the guys who are on the softs, they will struggle. Now, tyre wear. The tyre wear around the Japanese Grand Prix is not the greatest, shall we say. It's not going to be cushy, as what Del Boy from Lonely Horse and Horses would say. But I will say this now: the softs last about 12 to 14 laps, I've been told, by steady pace. When I say steady pace, I mean like just cruising and like just calm driving and try and be as consistent, obviously, and quick, but not as madman quick, shall we say. So we got Ferocious Dan in the pack, leading in the formation lap. We got him in first place. We got Mike in second on the medium tyre. Brennans is in third. Craig on his return back to F3 in fourth place. Nice Niels on his debut in 5th, F1 Richards in 6th, Luke Bailey is in 7th, Nigel Gash is in 8th, Saab is in 9th, Briggsy is in 10th, Synchronicity is in 11th, Hicksy is in 12th, Bidway Clyde is in 13th, Snoop Dogg is in 14th, Tej is in 15th, O. Stevens in 16th, and Sir Spud on his return back as well into 17th place, last place. Drivers to watch out for, obviously the guys who are on the medium tyre, but also, well, Mike will be the one to watch on here, but here we go, we might have a kick start here now. We got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights, and we are go, go, go. Oh, great start there for Ferocious Dan. Craig's had a slow start there, but Reynolds has moved up to 3rd place. Oh, one of the cars has gone off. Who's that? Nice Niels has gone off the track, same as well for Luke Bailey, I believe. But I'm not sure what happened there from Nice Neil. So on his great qualifying start for 5th place, he's dropped right down to 16th place, so he's got a mountain to catch up here now. Nigel Gash drops down to 6th. I don't know if Nigel Gash has got front wing damage. Oh my god, that was close there between Nigel Gash and F1 Richard. I don't know if that was because he dropped down because there was a damage. I don't see any damage there. Oof! Luckily, it looked like he hit the back there. We got the 2 red balls there at the back from Luke Bailey and Synchronicity on the back there. But can Nigel Gash do everything possible here to try and close in? We got a yellow flag, sector 2. Not sure who that for. BW Clyde drops down. Briggsy's dropped right down as well. So something must happen there. Oh no! Hicksy, Banana Trixie has spun. And who's that at the back? Nice Niels trying to go on the grass route there, trying to get past Snoop Dogg Marky through 130R. Mad times there, absolutely mad. No! What a move! What a move there from Nice Niels. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic stuff. Saab will be the one to watch after his great performance yesterday in the Performance League. So he'll be the one to watch as well. I'm trying to cover everyone with TV time because of all the sponsorships and stuff. So I promise you that, guys. I promise you that I'll get everyone's in as much as possible. But at the moment, we've got a battle here. Craig on his return to F3, tried closing on Browns after a slow start from the starting grid. I remembered from past times there, Craig always struggles from the starts there. So I'm hoping he'll try and get back into what he used to do, get there quick with the starts and stuff. But we've got Nigel Gash. I don't know what's happened with the times there, because the times are a little bit different here. But at the moment, Brown's just more closing in on Mike. Mike will be the best advantage here because obviously of the medium tyre. But Brennan's will be trying to close in on Mike on 130R. And he's got a good slipstream here. Mike's already defensive, but then back onto the racing line already. So this is an absolute belt of a race. The DRS will kick in. Roche has done the fastest lap of the race with 133.6. So that's a good time on the third lap. DRS is now enabled. DRS is now enabled on the Invictus League, the F3 League. Can we see some belters here tonight? Can Sab's really trying to get closing in on Nigel Gash here for 6th place. And Snoop Dogg, oh my god, Snoop Dogg went really wide there, so something must happen there between himself and Bidway Clyde. He must have broken late, but trying to get through as quickly as possible here. But Craig's really trying to go through, but Brennan's, Mike, I know Mike's the best defender here, so I know Ferocious trying to pull away from Mike as much as possible here. But Ferocious had a bad start of the Performance League yesterday. But like I said, this will be a massive boost, whatever happens here tonight, if he can try and hold on. He's pulling away from Mike with 4 seconds, but bear in mind, when the pit stop kicks in, that would have to be dropped right down again. But we've got a 3-car battle here for second, third and fourth respectively. Also, Saab's going to try and close in on Nitric Ash and Synchronicity try and close in on both them two drivers as well. There's a few drivers battling out here so far in this race here. 3-car battle. Oh my god, please. Oh no, contact! It looked like there was contact between Mike and Brennons. I know Brennons went to the side of Mike and lost the car completely. So Brennons, who was on a great run on the for podium stuff, has now dropped right down to 15th. I'm going to see if he's got any damage there. No, he hasn't. He hasn't had any damage. So he must have hit his wheel onto the back wheel of his car and lost it completely. So, but then that will have to be reviewed after. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens here tonight. Can Nice Neils try and close in on Luke Bailey now for 8th place here? So far, we've got 6 drivers battling out for second place. Biddy McClyde, what's happened to him? Oh, Biddy McClyde, I don't know if there was any contact there. I'm just trying to have a look quickly before I go back to Sir Spud. Yeah, he's got front wing damage. So it must be something wrong with when one of the drivers had a collision between himself and Biddy McClyde. Can Sir Spud try and close in on O'Stephen now for 12th place? But the medium tyre drivers, that's the word I was after. Ted just dropped down to 13th. What's happened to Ted? Oh no, he's spun. So he's lost a bit of his front wing as well. He's lost a bit of his front wing. I don't know if there was any contact again. I'm missing, like I said, I'm trying my hardest to try and cover as much as possible here, but Nice Neils trying to close in on 8th place after that bad start there. Well, he held on to get into the top 5, and then something must have happened from him earlier on, and he's dropped right down to the pecking order and is now showing himself back up to top 9 at the minute. Ted just got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane, so he'll have to go in the pits. Same with Biddy Clyde. I will not be surprised if they go. Oh, what's happened there? Oh my god. Oh, 2 in a bed. Can Nice Neils. Oh! What a move! What a move! That's 2 good moves there from Nice Neils. He's saying not 1 but 2. Oh, I'll take the double there, Sunshine. He really is on fire with the moves here tonight. So he's the one to watch here. Fantastic stuff there from Nice Neils. So brilliant stuff. Craig could be trying closing in on his good friend Mike, but can they be good friends on track here, or more rivalries here? But can Craig try and do everything he can? Looks like it's a little bit behind, but so far, like I said, we might have 1, 2, 3, 5-car battle here. Saab's going into the pits now, so he's either had something, must have done something to the front wing. I'll go to Saab quickly to see if there's any front wing damage. Yeah, it was front wing damage as well. Oh, who was that? All the way in contact between Brennons and Sir Spud. There was a little bit of contact there between Brennons and Sir Spud. So Brennons, who's on 5 laps of the softs, so you've got to be careful there because he's already on the grass there. I'm not sure there was a bit of what was going on between Sir Spud and Brennons, but they were side by side there at the last corner. Oh, sorry, the first corner of the Suzuka, that Veruca track. We've got a 4-car battle here for 3rd place soon. Now, it's very very rare that I keep saying this, but can I have a 4 in a bed? Like all those seasons ago when we had the 4 in a bed situation at at Silverstone, I believe. That was the only time I ever saw 4 in the bed. Manic stuff here, but might be able to go back to F1 Richard to try and close in on Craig. Oh, I love this helicopter view. They need to keep it. But Nitrogas is on the trail on the F1 Richard. So, watching it from this point of view, can Nitrogas try and do everything he can to try and close it? But F1 Richard has got the DRS straight as well. It's awkward here because all the other drivers have got the DRS and they're trying everything they can to try and get past as quickly as possible here. So far so good for the soft tyres people, but the drivers who are on the hard ones, had to pit really early in. They're trying everything they can to go long here. They can go all the way to the end anyway, but just depends on if they don't make any mistakes or any issues here. So Steve is in the pits. So like I said, the bottom half from 12th to 17th respectively, they've all got for the hard tyres now. But I think they had to pit in really early because of the front wing damage. But yeah, fantastic stuff here. We've got BD McLaren trying to close in on Tej now for 16th place. So just going to try and see this quickly before we might go back into the battle there for the top half here. I do try and get everyone TV coverage. I do try my best to get everyone in as much as possible there. But like I said, I want to try and get back to the position changes. So Spud is the only one who's made a big move there of 7 places. Brennance is the biggest loss, shall we say. But however, the top 11 have not pitted yet. The top 11 have not pitted yet. It was 1.2 seconds between there, but this is a 3-car battle here between F1 Richard, Nitrogash and Synchronicity. But I'm going to watch it from Synchronicity's point of view here, because he could pounce at any moment in time for if these two drivers make a massive mistake here. And he's right, oh my god, Synchronicity was right at the back of Nitrogash. Just a little bit of a tap there, but got to be careful here. They've got to brake a little bit earlier, because when you go past that turn 10, I think, passing turn 10, they've got to be absolutely careful there. But like I said, I'm still watching it from Synchronicity's point of view, because anything could happen here. Anything could happen here. But Nitrogash could close in more closely now to F1 Richard, and Craig's doing everything he can to try and close in. Hixie has retired from the session. No! 130R! No! Oh, what a move! What a move there from Nitrogash on 130R! Fantastic stuff! Absolutely brilliant from Nitrogash. But F1 Richard will be pouncing back, hopefully. But Nitrogash is really on fire here. He really does want this podium stuff as quickly as possible here. Oh, F1 Richard's just nearly at the back. Yellow flag set to 1. Yellow flag set to 1. Still watching it from Synchronicity's point of view. Yellow flags are there. Hixie has left the session. Hixie has left the session. I think that was Hixie's car. Safety car. This is the first time this season, if I remembered it right, for the safety car to come out for the Invictus League, the F3 League, for the Japanese Grand Prix. So as things stand, Ferocious stand 12 seconds. 12 seconds. That will be really annoying now, because he did ever so brilliant driving here from him. So the guys who are already pitted, so Brixie, Sab and Brennans, they've all pitted now. Interesting to see if they're going to go for the medium tyre now, because they could go for another tyre here. They could go mediums to go all the way here. Briggs is still in the pits, so it's just interesting to see if he goes hard there. So safety car in. So it might be a few laps in before we kick off again. That is quite interesting stuff. Frostan pits. Would Mike pit though? That's the interesting question. Frostan, the guys who are on the soft tyres, they could pit now. Mike's pitted, Craig's pitted. Will everyone follow suit? Everyone has followed suit here. So Mike's just got out. One of the Red Bulls on synchronised goes into the pits now, and he goes for the medium tyres now. Advantage Mike at the minute, but Luke Bailey, who's stuck with the medium tyres on old medium tyres. Could this be costly when the safety car goes out here? Because by the time it hits probably about another 3-4 laps, that'll be 13 laps used on the medium tyres. So it'll be probably hitting 15 to 17 laps of the medium tyre, whatever happens here. But I was going to say, I was worried that the safety car did not come out. I remembered a few seasons ago where the safety car was there, safety car was out, as in, like mentioned, that safety car was out on the track itself at Silverstone, but the safety car didn't even want to go out of the pit exit. So now finally we've got the safety car now. So Luke Bailey will. I'm very surprised that Luke Bailey did not pit. Very surprised. Mike has gone for the softs. He should have gone for the hards. But then again, he'll have to pit again for the because that only lasts about 9 laps. So if the safety car can last up to another 8 laps, which I very much doubt it, because normally the safety car can only do it for about 3 or 4 laps of this. So while this is the safety car going, I'm just going to have a quick drink quickly. Pardon me, excuse me. So, you got Frost standing first on fresh medium tyres. Luke Bailey on old medium tyres. Mike will be pouncing at that opportunity against Luke Bailey when the safety car goes in. Craig's on fresh mediums. Sorry, Mike was on fresh softs. Nitric Ash is on fresh mediums. Synchronicity fresh mediums. Then F1 Richard. Then Nice Neils. Then Snoop Dogg Marky in 9th. Oh, Stephen is intense. Spud. Oh my God! What's happened to Spud? He's doing hee Shamo. Madness stuff here from Spud there. Has he lost a bit? Oh, he hasn't lost a bit from wings. So that's lucky from him. He's absolutely lucky there, because it could have gone even worse there. Could have got even far worse. Brennan is in 12th, Saab is in 13th, Tej is in 14th, Peter Beckley is in 15th, and Brixie is in 16th, and Hixie, but not Trixie, is in 17th place. But he's the only one. Sorry, Hixie is the only one tonight who's had the DNF. So we're still not sure when the safety car will go in. I did roughly say about 3 to 4 laps, but it looks like everyone's all. This is what I like about it. It's annoying for Frostan because he did that massive 12-second gap between himself and Mike there, but now he's going to have to do all that again. But Mike will be the one that will have to be pouncing here. But the tyre wear should be fine. Safety cars in this lap. That's very quick there from the safety car. So 2 laps already in. So Frostan will have to back up the drivers here, which he's trying to do here. Mike's really eager here. So here we go. Can Frostan? He's going to go for it as soon as the last corner here now. He's going for it now. He's going for it now. He's pulling away from Luke Bailey now from second place. Mike will be trying to get past. Oh, can it be a two in a bed? Can it be a two in a bed situation? No! What a move! Can Nitro? Nitro moves up. Luke Bailey drops down. Nitro Gas moves up. Craig drops down to fifth now. But Craig will need to be careful of synchronously in sixth place. Mad start of the restart of the safety car. But this is what I love about it, because it's all bunched up now. 4 cars battling out for third place. Luke Bailey should have gone into the pits when the safety car was called in, and now the drivers are really going for it now. Nice Niels just nearly went to the gravel there, so he's really pouncing there for the opportunity there. Luke Bailey, Nitrogas, no! No, Nitrogas! Oh no! Oh, that could have been nasty stuff there, but it looked like, I don't know if he was late braking on against Luke Bailey at turn 11 at the hairpin, and he must have just lost it, or if there was any contact between himself and Luke Bailey, I don't know. But Nitrogas now drops down from third for podium to 16th place now. But can Craig try and bounce back here against Luke Bailey now for third place here? Luke Bailey will be thinking, what do I need to do here? Bear in mind though, he might have a bit of a little bit of an advantage here, because, but hang on a sec here, Craig could have the side by side with the two in the bed, and he makes the move. What a move! Luke Bailey just hold on to fourth. He might lose that to his teammate. Oh no, he was already lost to his teammate in fourth place. So Luke Bailey's going down like a domino effect. Can F1 Richard? F1, nice Niels. He really is going for, oh, contact between Nice Niels and F1 Richard. Oh no, 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 no! Oh no! Oh no! We had Snoop, Brennan, Spud have all had DNFs. They've all had DNFs. Because Nice Niels lost the car, because he's tried to do the overtake move on F1 Richard, and this time now it caused a collision with some of the drivers here. So he'll have to have a review after, I think. He'll have to have a review after that. That is... So now Nitrogas went from 16th now, and now is back into the points though. So Brixie's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So can Synchronously try and get on Craig now. First start to the fast start of the race with a 132.9. Craig will be a sitting duck here. DRS is back on enabled now. Can Tej? Brixie moves up. Tej has dropped down. Oh, Luke Bailey's pitted now. What's happened to Tej? Tej has lost a bit of his front wing, so he'll have to go back into the pits again. Now I don't know if there was any contact between Snoop Dogg, Marky has left the session, so Spud and Brennan's. I don't know if they've left the session or they're still there. Peter Clyde and Big Brixie for 10th, 9th and 10th. But I want to try and get back to Synchronously in 3rd and 4th, because that could be a belter for the podium stuff here tonight. Absolutely. Man, it was a good race. It was a great race so far. And then since the safety car, Nice Niels, he was trying to do the overtake up the hill, but now it's just... But I think some of the drivers are not happy with what happened tonight of the situation there, but I'm hoping, that's why that was just a long pause, sorry. Craig's dropped down to 4th. Synchronously's moved up to 3rd now, so that's a great... Where's Synchronously in the table? Synchronously, did not start at Austria, he did not finish at Monaco, and he had 6th place, 6th place last week after the French Grand Prix, and he's on his first podium stuff of the season at the Invictus Race League, the F3 League. But yeah, some of the drivers are not happy, I don't think, in the chat. But F1 Richard going to try and close in on Craig here now for 4th place here. As things stand, Stan would overtake Luke Bailey. Luke Bailey who was the Drivers' Championship leader before tonight's race. He's having an absolute shocker tonight. Luke Bailey's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So I think some of the cars that, like I said, some of the drivers were, nice. I think it was Nice Neils that tried to do the overtake on F1 Richard earlier, like about 2 laps ago, and that's what caused the spin of the car. But I'm not sure who the other car was before it was Snoop Dogg, and then afterwards it was like a collision of everyone trying to get past. But can F1 Richard try and close in on Craig? Craig looks like he's really struggling with the medium tyre at the moment here. Don't see any problem with the tyre wear so far, because it's only 5 laps of the mediums. 5 laps of the mediums. But can F1 Richard was right close to him, but now he's a second behind. Can BW Clyde try and close in from 130R to Briggsy now? Nigel Gash is in 8th place now for some of the drivers who had to pit again. So manic stuff here from some of the drivers here. BW Clyde trying to close in on Briggsy. 2 in the bed situation here, and he makes the move. BW Clyde makes the move just against Briggsy. He just made the move against Briggsy. Briggsy I think he was just trying to avoid the contact between himself and BW Clyde. But he's now slowly trying to crawl his way back. So I'm going to watch it from Briggsy's point of view as well. We're on lap 16 and 27 of the Invictus Race League, the F3 League. Manic stuff here tonight. Absolutely manic stuff here from all the drivers here tonight. Stan holding on in 1st place. Mike, you would have thought the softs would have been closer to Stan, but Stan, I've been told that he was on top form on the practice stuff way before we started the league racing this week. Apparently he was on really on top form, so I'm sure this is going to be one of his best tracks again to watch out for. But he really wants to try and win this Drivers' Championship because he missed out twice in 3 seasons. He's missed it out twice because of, well, I hope the F3 can go right down to the wire here this season again, because every season that I've watched so far, there's been absolute close battles, whether it's a constructor, driver or both. Whatever happens, it's just been an absolute belter, and that's what I love about the F1. That's what I love about the last 2 races, 2 to 3 races. Yellow flag set to 3. That might be O'Stephen. Where's O'Stephen? O'Stephen made a mistake up the hill. So Nigel Gash has gone back into top 7 now. So this is more of a best recovery drive here from Nigel Gash. Still yellow flag set to 1. Is O'Stephen struggling? It looks like O'Stephen's struggling at the moment here, but there's no more yellow flags now. Can we see anyone try and beat Ferocious Dan? Can Mike try and speed up here? But by the looks of it, he might have to pit again because the softs ain't going to last for another 10 laps. I'd be very surprised. Unless he steadies it on. Ferocious Dan has done the fastest lap of the race with a 132.7, so he will get the fastest lap point. Luke Bailey tried closing on O'Stephen, and O'Stephen's struggling. It looked like, just try and look at it from his point of view. So on here, it looks like he's got front wing damage. Yes, he has on the right hand side. Sorry about the pause, because I was trying to see if there was any contact on the side there. But F1 Richard It's been trying and trying to get onto Craig. I mean, Craig's done a fantastic job returning back to F3, dropping down from F2 on full-on no assist. So fair play to Craig for going for that on there, because it's tough. It's been a tough one, to be fair. So fair play to Craig. He really is on top form there. But at the moment, the man at the moment is Ferocious Dan in first place. And it could be an extension to the Constructors 4, which I could believe it would be the McLaren. So the McLaren before tonight's race was on 45 points. Red Bull is in second with 35 points. So Sigurdsson and Luke Bailey, they were close in second place. The Haas team of Nitrogash and Brennan. So that's quite interesting stuff there, because oh, is it raining? Unless I'm mistaken, is that raining? No, it can't be. Is that raining tonight? I'm just a bit speechless here, because I'm not sure if it's raining. I've not been told anything if there was any rain, unless I'm going berserk. Tej is struggling on the 11th place. Oh, Stephen doing everything possible to try and get past Tej for 11th place here. It's like rain. Looked like it was rain on this part here, but it doesn't look like there's rain. But side by side before 130R. Fantastic stuff there from Stephen now for 11th place. But can Tej try and do a bounce back ability here? Can he try and get back into this? So he will have to do a rest straight now. Sorry. Prix has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He didn't want that at all. He did not want that at all. So Luke Bailey, the Drivers' Championship leader before tonight's race, is trying closing on Prix in 9th place. If you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, there's been, oh my god, Luke Bailey is really on fire to try and get past Prix in 9th place. Prix has already gone. Oh! I tell you what, Luke Bailey's going to have to go outside the 130R. No, he's just done it. He's just done it before the 130R. Or 140R. It's 100s anyway. But like I said, Luke Bailey's slowly trying to catch up to the guys here in the top 8 here. So at the moment, Ferocious Dan is in the lead with first place. We've got Mike in second. Sigurdsson is in third. Craig is in fourth. Then it's F1 Richard in fifth. Nice Niels on his debut race in sixth place. Nitrogash is in seventh. Peter McLeod is in eighth. Luke Bailey is in ninth. Prix is in 10th. Stephen is in 11th. Tej is in 12th. Saab is in 13th. So Spud, Brennan, Snoop Dogg and Hicksy have all had DNFs. But bear in mind, Hicksy did get a DNF way earlier on. I think it was on lap 3 to 6, I think it was, one of those laps. But anywho, that Hicksy's car was, I think he made a mistake and he just retired. But however, Nice Niels was bailing out with F1 Richard. Nice Niels looked like he went back on track because of that, which has caused some of the cars to be crashed. Again, I might be wrong, so I do apologise. I'm not aiming at anybody, I'm just saying that's just from my screen from what I can see. But anyway, yellow flag set to 1. Saab's retired. So Saab has retired from the session. Green flags there. So has Saab gone off the track here? Oh yes, he has. He's gone off the track, passing where Synchronicity was. So Saab has a DNF as well now. So at the moment, we started off with 17, we will finish with 12 as things stand. 21 laps have been completed, 6 more to go. Can we see anyone try and stop Prostan? Can we see any more action going on? Because at the moment there's been a massive gap between majority of the drivers. Oh, Steven's got the fastest lap of the race with 132.1. However, he's outside of the top 10, so he won't get the fastest lap of the race. Sorry, he will get the fastest lap of the race, but he won't get the fastest lap point. That's the one I was after. So we've got 2 battles going on. We've got Peter McLaren, Luke Bailey, which I'll be watching live and exclusive for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. But also you've got F1 Richard trying to do another attempt on Craig for 4th place here. Lap 22-27. This is, like I said, this has been a great race. We had a wet qualifying, but then also we had a safety car during this race. But here we go, they're side by side before 130. Oh! Luke Bailey moves on to 8th, passing Billy McLeod in 9th from 9th place. So Luke Bailey moves up to 8th. He's going to be on fire now, so he's got 11 seconds gap. Craig! Oh God, what's happened to Craig? Craig's gone off track. I don't know if there was any contact between himself and F1 Richard, but he's made a mistake on the track there, Craig. But now he's going to. He was on fire to get a podium stuff, but now Craig has dropped down to 5th place now. So on his return back, he's now. To be fair, that's a good position to be in on his return. Nice Niels on his debut race. He's absolutely good evening to Sab, who's just joining the session. I believe he's not happy with what's happened with some of the drivers. I'm not going to say who, but he's really not happy during the safety car situation. But like I said, I'm not going to mention what he said fully, but he's just not happy with what's happened tonight. I feel your pain, Sab, because I was rooting for you at the start because of what happened, what you did yesterday in the Performance League. I was rooting for you to do well here again tonight because Suzuka that Furuka was your best track, but hopefully, like I said, if you get it reviewed by the stewards, they will have a look at it as quickly as possible. But sit back and watch the last 4 laps of the race here. We're on lap 23 and 27. Sab says I won't challenge for the title in this league, unfortunately. Oh, how come? Sab. Well, before tonight, he was in 4th. It just depends on if any of these have any issues. Tej has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Sorry, that was too inconsistent. Sab says too inconsistent. Tej has got another 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. So it's going from bad to worse for Tej. I'm hoping he'll bounce back here. Frostad's got the fastest lap of the race again with a 132.1. So at the moment here, majority of the drivers are all split out now, unfortunately. But Nice Niels could close in on Craig in the next few laps. About a 3-second gap. I think that's the only one that's close. Regarding Sab's comment of too inconsistent, you are right. You have to be consistent to win the league, to win championships. But even if you had one bad race, as long as you're still consistent and the others are still playing up, as long as they match you with that, you've got a chance. But that's how I always say, because that's what happened with me before. It's just, when I was racing and I was looking at it, I always say to myself, I want to try and beat that driver tonight. But one time, like one season, I was just immense. I was just driving on my own, just it's more concentration. Yes, it's just frustrating when you might get hit by 1 or 2 cars, by not your fault because of inconsistent driving stuff. But I'm hoping Saab will. I'm sure Saab will return back next week in Brazil to get some decent points, because he did win the race last week at the French Grand Prix, but Saab is out of the race tonight with a DNF. While you're watching Saab, do you think there'll be a difference between the top 3, or do you think what you see is what you're going to get? To me, it looks like it's just going to be what you see is what you're going to get. But but Mike has dropping down like flies here with the seconds here, because he's on 15 laps. 15 laps of the soft tyre. That is way over, well, a lap over to my original expectation of the tyre wear. Saab says, agree with you, Dan is the man. Yeah, ferocious. Dan is on top form, and I've never seen him driven. It was unfortunate because he had like a 14 second gap between himself and Mike, and now he's doing the same thing again with 10-second gap. But it could be, it's just more consistent. If you can get consistency, you will win titles, and you could do well. Depending on what everyone else is doing, if anyone else is missing anyway, it's just going to be a madness stuff here. But yeah, like I said, I always treat the race as like the next race. So what's done is done. You can't return. You can't have a time machine to go back in time and try and beat your time or get a good setup, etc. But nice Niels try to close in on Craig now for 5th place. He was over 3 seconds a few laps ago, but the mediums are in the optimal mode here, where they're at the point of about to worn out here. Mike is 2 laps over to my predicted tyre wear for the softs, like between 12 and 14 laps, and the medium tyre should hit 18 to 21. Should hit it 18 to 21. But the medium tyres will be, they'll be safe, don't worry, the medium tyres will be safe, but it's just, yeah, we've got yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2, so something must happen there. I think that's Tej's car. Yeah, that's Tej's car at the moment here. So at the moment here, Brosdan is in the lead with 1st. Mike is in 2nd. In Sigurnos is 3rd. F1 Richard is in 4th. Craig is in 5th. Nice Niels is in 6th. Nigel is in 7th. Nuke Bailey is in 8th. Peter McCloy is in 9th. Prix is in 10th. O Stevens in 11th. And Ted is in 12th. We've got another yellow flag as well. I think that might be Ted again. But we're on the final lap. Final lap of this race of the Invictus Race League, the F3 League. It's all died down now. It's a shame because it's just getting interesting stuff now. So, can Nice Niels go for it now? Will he try and get... Here's a question for yourself quickly. Would Craig hold on for 5th, or would Nice Niels steal 5th place before we finish the lap? I'll just wait for Saab to... At the moment it looked like it was under 2 seconds, but Craig's doing a brilliant job doing everything possible. But bear in mind though, Nice Niels is on a little bit of ERS mode here, so he's trying to save him as much of that as possible here. Saab says Craig should hold on. He should hold on. 1.5 seconds. So I'm just trying to see where Ferocious is. Ferocious is coming up to the 130R. Sigurnos's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Right, if Sigurnos has got another penalty, this could be interesting stuff here. But well done to Ferocious Dan. Congratulations to him. He has just won the Japanese Grand Prix, the Suzuka that Furuka has in him tonight to win the Japanese Grand Prix. So congratulations to Ferocious Dan in first place. Mike finishing second place, so well done to him for finishing second place. He's done a brilliant job there. Signorossi finishes in third, but where's F1 Richard? Can F1 Richard try and spoil the party? No, he only had the one penalty. Nice Niels has got a 3-second time penalty. Craig finishes in fifth on his return back to F3. Nice Niels on his debut finishes in sixth. Nigel Gash, after, I'm not sure if that was a mistake, late breaking mistake or a little bit of a tap between himself and Luke Bailey, but brilliant drive to come back into seventh place for Nigel Gash. Luke Bailey's in eighth. So whatever happens, Ferocious Dan will be the new Drivers' Championship leader, and also the McLaren will extend their points now. Peter McLaren finishes in 9th, Prix is in 10th, Stephen will finish in 11th, and Tej will finish in 12th. Sab says Dan the man. This is why he's the F3 favourite. If he keeps this up, he'll run away with him. I absolutely agree with you on that one, mate. I absolutely agree with you on that. I mean, don't get me wrong. He really wants this. He really does want this this title stuff. But well done to Ferocious Dan for finishing first. Well done to Mike for second, and synchronously finishing in third place. I'm hoping. I know I've spoken to Ferocious Dan earlier on. He said he can't do the podiums, but I'm sure he would have been absolutely delighted. He said he'll be back to normal as of next week. So, and Sab says, congrats podium. Absolutely agree with that. Congrats to the podium stuff. So brilliant stuff, brilliant driving from the guys here. Here are your race classification for the Japanese Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. You got Ferocious Dan in first, Mike in second, Synchronicity in third, F1 Richard in fourth, Craig is in fifth, and Nice Neos in sixth, Nigel Gash in seventh, Luke Bailey is in eighth, Peter B. Clyde is in ninth, Briggs is in 10th, O'Stevens in 11th, Tej is in 12th, Saab, Spud, Brennan, Snoop Dogg, Hicksey is in 13th. All of them did DNFs. I'll try and get the penalties. There's not much penalties, not much from the guys here. Saab says, I'm out of here. Great comms as always, Mel. Thanks. Oh, cheers for that, mate. No worries. I'll speak to you soon. But yeah, I'll get Mike synchronously. I might get F1 Richard to join in if he wants to do the commentary, wants to do the talk. But if not, I'll just get the podium stuff. But fair play to some of the drivers here tonight. So I'm just going to get F1's not there, so I'm going to get Mike. So I'm just trying to load the guys up. So just waiting for some of the guys to join in, and if they're in, make sure they got their loud voices to be shared before we start the stuff anyway. Just waiting but yeah, just waiting for Mike to get himself prepped up, and also for Synchronously to join in. I think this is the first time for Synchronously for a long time, to be fair, so it'd be interesting to see what his thoughts are here, but yes, Dan was absolutely unbelievable. He'll be, yeah. I think if he keeps going like this, I think he'll run away with it. I think. That's fair enough. Fair enough. Just waiting for Synchronously to join in. Dan can't make it tonight. And I believe I just heard Mike's voice. People may think I'm just talking to myself. Mike, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good, mate.
Nice one.
Pretty good.
Nice
It
one.
was damage limitation for me tonight. I knew Dan would be unbeatable here in Japan. So damage limitation all the way.
Oh, okay. I've just had a message from Synchronously. It says, Mark, I sent you a message on PSN. Can you have a look? I won't be able to stay back tonight. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Synchronously. I just haven't had a chance to read the stats all there. So yeah, sorry about that, mate. So tonight, for the one and only, Mike will be the one that will be in the podium stuff tonight. So
yeah, can I first say congrats to Dan and also to Synchronously.
Absolutely.
Well
Carry
done,
on.
boys. Well done, boys. Well done.
Well, I don't know why I said thank you, but thank you very much for that.
I was expecting Craig to finish third, but somehow he got beaten by Synchronously, and
yeah,
that was a shock a bit.
Absolutely. But I will say this now. We unfortunately, first stand car makers and Synchronously car makers. I didn't see the chat. Sorry to the guys here. It says Synchronously says thanks to Nice Neils. Oh, I think he meant Mike Synchronously. But yeah, I'm sure Nice Neils would have said anything on that. But I'll be talking to Mike quickly about his views of the race. And then I'll be talking to him about the result, unless he got something.
Sorry, mate, for rushing you, but there is something I read in the chat that there was an incident on the start, or
what from?
Something must have happened on the start.
Someone went off track. I'm not sure who it was, but I don't know if there was a budge or what. But I think it was Nice Neils. Looked like he went from 5th and he dropped right down to the bottom, so something must happen with his car there, but I don't know. I was watching the top half, I didn't see the bottom half quickly.
Oh yeah.
So that's the answer there, Mike. Was there any more, sorry, before I start the questions to you?
No, I just wanted to know if you saw what happened, because I read in the chat some guys are a bit unhappy.
I think, but I'll talk to you in private after the stream there, Mike, but it will be more in-depth
Okay.
stuff.
Okay,
so,
let's go.
So, Mike, tell us your thoughts about the race tonight.
Going into the race, I knew that Dan is a big favorite for tonight, no doubt. I wasn't expecting a wet qualifying, to be honest. But it was good. But I didn't know what to do about the tire situation on the start, because I knew Dan will get away anyway. If I start on softs, he will get away from me anyway. So the next best thing was thinking, okay, let's try to start on mediums and try to stay second for as long as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And
but the safety car didn't play into my hands, really.
I was a bit worried because you go into the soft. You had no other choice but to go on the softs to try and catch up.
I had another choice going for the hards, but I didn't use the hards at all, so I didn't know how they behave or how fast they are. So there was only one option left: go for the softs and pray to get it to the end.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's from there. I guessed about 12 to 14 laps on the softs. You know what I mean? And the way that you did it, to be fair, that's pretty good going to try at least attempt to catch up with them.
I don't know if you remember, but in the chat for the performance on Twitch yesterday, SJD said that the softs can easily do 14, maybe 15 laps also.
I'm sure. Sorry, carry
on.
I
was thinking, okay, it's lap 9 now, so end of lap 11, the safety car will go in. So that's about 15 full laps and 2 really slow ones. And I'll try to manage the tires a bit in the middle. I knew I can't catch Dan, so I was just hoping that the guy who is behind me will start to drop off, which happened. So I had a nice cushion behind, so I could save tires.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But that, bear that in mind,
So
mate.
from my point of view, P2 was the maximum tonight I could do.
But that was a brilliant drive from you, Mike. It's a brilliant, brilliant drive from you.
Cheers, Mark. Cheers, mate.
So, but yeah, I won't say into too much detail, but there was a bit of contact at the back of the grid, or from F1 Richard and Nice Niels, the new driver, tonight. But bear in mind, Nice Niels has driven a recovery drive from the start and all the way. He made some magnificent moves. And well done.
Can't wait to watch the stream.
He did. He pulled 2 moves within one on from turn 10, 11 at the hairpin. So that was a brilliant move there, and just made it as well. So fair play to him. But I think because there was a massive pile up at that point when he was trying to overtake F1 Richard, he lost the car. And I'm not sure what exactly happened after, but I think one car stopped, and they were in the racing line, and hence why there was about 3 or 4 cars had the DNFs earlier on, later on in the race. But for you, Mike, it's would this be? I know your performance so far at the moment. You did not start in Austria. You had a DNF at Monaco.
Yeah, I had problems in Monaco. Big problems with the car. Couldn't drive it. So I just retired. You know that I always try to finish the race, even if I am dead last or laps behind. I always go to the end. But there was something wrong with the game in Monaco, and the car just didn't turn in as it should, and I just couldn't drive it.
Fair enough. But this is
so France. I was second. There I lost the win because of. I was fighting with Dan all the time.
Yeah.
And then just swooped in with the one stop and said bye-bye.
Yeah, absolutely.
And tonight I knew that only if Dan makes a mistake.
Fair enough. But
which he didn't do.
That's the problem, though. It's just a gamble, isn't it? You're just hoping for the best and see what happens.
Yeah.
But bear in mind, Mike, this is 2 seconds on the bounce here. Could we get a 3rd second, or you desperately want that win?
I'm going for the win because I very, 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 very much love the Brazil track, and you know I always do well there. Even starting from behind, I finished on the podiums there many times, and I really love the track.
Fair enough. And we won't go into too much detail about Brazil because we've already mentioned it just for you. So it's kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone here tonight, because unfortunately, like I said, because you're the only one that's in the interview box. So it's kind of be a little bit of a shorter stream. Stop the stream in a minute, but just a quick one. You know, tonight, would you have gone anything different tonight, or would you said this is the best that second's the best that you could have done tonight?
Yeah. Sorry.
Do you want to repeat the question?
It cut you out in the middle, mate. Sorry, I didn't get everything.
It's all right. Right. During the race tonight, Mike, did you thought your strategy was the best that you could do, or did you think you could have done a bit better tonight?
I doubt. Like I said, I went into the race with the mindset trying to stay second on the mediums as long as I can. I thought maybe I'd be a bit closer to Dan, but you saw his pace. He just pulled away. He just pulled away more than a second per lap.
Yeah.
So.
You were saying to me before we started the qualifying and the race, please don't rain and sing Wet Wet Wet. I was singing Wet 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 song during that.
But remember what I said, if it must be wet, just be the qualifying, you remember?
Yeah. Well, I did not know what was going on during the weather crew because I had no data for the weather crew at all. So I wasn't sure whether it was going to be dry or wet.
Ooh. One thing about qualifying, I had about, I think, 3-4 tenths still. I could do better.
Oh, okay.
But I had traffic. but I had traffic on my last lap, so that
Yeah,
was that. I could have taken pole,
yeah. Oh, okay,
but traffic prohibited. So
fair enough. Fair
happens
enough.
in
Yeah,
wet. The conditions were really, really tough,
but
in
it's
qualifying.
challenging. It's challenging
Yeah, I
to.
like it.
Um, but like I said, Mike, well done for finishing second place. That is
Cheers, man.
on the second on the bounce this season. But obviously, my first time seeing you on second place in the commentary box this season. Just a quick one. Do you think you can get another chance of the Drivers' Championship like you did last season, where you could have
Yeah,
missed out by
I
points?
think I think anything can happen this season, but Dan will be tough to beat. That's for sure. And he has the edge. He was there for the first two races,
Yeah.
so he scored big already. But we have still plenty races to go.
All it takes is one or two races to be DNF'd, and
Oh yeah,
and,
mate.
and it's a plain field now. As long
Yeah.
as you know, it just depends on if anyone can capitalise and be consistent, like what you're doing at the minute, Mike.
It's too
Uh,
bad that Dan is not here around, that we could ask him what he thinks about the Brazil track.
yeah, I would have liked to have known what his thoughts was, but he did say way before we started he was just could not make it. I'm sorry to synchronously, I didn't get your message, mate. Sorry, he did say he couldn't make it, but I didn't. If you sent it to me privately, I would have got it, but yeah. But for Brazil, I know you said that you're your biggest fan at Brazil. Do you think you're there to get the win next week, or do you think
Oh,
it's going to be tough?
yes. It will be tough, but it will be tough anyway, mate. No matter what happens, it will be tough.
Fair
But I
enough.
think I got a shot there.
Oh, okay. Have to wait and see what happens at the Brazilian track next week. But
What's after Brazil, mate? What's after then?
Brazil, it will be Belgium before the break.
Only good tracks, only good tracks.
So are you happy with those two tracks coming up?
Oh yeah, very much.
So that means we could see Mike appearing again in the podium stuff here, ladies and gentlemen, tonight.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, I'm just saying hopefully. I did put at the start, hopefully that it could happen here tonight. But like I said, I'd like to thank everyone here on the chat that was watching it so far. But I will mention my last bits. Congratulations on you, Mike, for finishing second place. I'm sure
Thanks again.
congratulations to Fresh Stan for winning the drivers for winning the race. I was nearly said the full thing. I just stopped halfway through. He's currently the new leader of the Drivers' Championship. There we go. New leader of the Drivers' Championship. After Luke Bailey had looked like he had one of those races that he just did not want to be remembered on for the rest of the season. But like I said, Mike finishing in second place, that's a great drive from him. 2 seconds on the bounce. Can he be the Mr. Consistency guy or the civilian consistency guy? I can't say it. It's a tongue twister. It's a tongue twister. But can he be Mr. Consistent to try and hold on to try and stop Dan again after he nearly missed out on the Drivers' Championship last season by points, obviously.
2 points.
By 2 points, yeah. That was gutting by 2 points. Synchronously, I would have loved to hear what his thoughts was during the race.
Yeah.
But fair play to him for finishing third place tonight. That was a cracking drive. Well done to Craig, who returned back from F2 to F3, finishing in 5th place. I think F4 Richard finished in 4th, I think. Might be wrong, finished in 4th. But bearing in mind that we extend the McLaren team in the Constructors' Championship. But Nigel Gash did well to get back into 7th place. I'm trying to think who else
And
was.
both Mercedes scored tonight, so that's good too.
Yes, both Mercedes scored. Both Mercedes scored tonight. So that's a good boost for the Mercedes boys. But like I said, it's good to be back on the commentary box after a week missed out because due to personal reasons, and it's good to be back. And like I said, it was a cracker of a race up to the point where just after the safety car, it just died down after that. But after that, at the start was just absolutely manic stuff. But I'd like to thank everyone on the stream. I'd like to thank everyone that was watching so far, and I'd like to thank Mike for joining me in the interview, well, the podium questions.
Thank you, Mark.
And I wish you the very best luck in the rest of the season. Whatever happens, just don't drink too much beer and drive, please, on that one. So
of the Guinness,
so we say that'll be it. But and always remember, always remember, stay classy. Cheers, for that,
that
guys.
Never gets old.
No.
That one never gets old, man.
No. See, Mike's absolutely crying himself laughing, because he knows that this is just an absolute legendary finale of that one.
Absolutely legendary.
Right. I'll see you all next week at the glorious race on the Brazilian track. Will Frostan try and extend even more points, or would Mike try and stop him on his trails, or would Luke Bailey try and recover back after his performance tonight in the Japanese Grand Prix? But I'd like to say a massive thank you to everyone, and I'll see you all soon. I'll see you all next week. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.